going on, Jerome? So the Minnesota Vikings have had an interesting couple weeks with running back Cam Akers. Now, taking away back, second-round pick back in the day, 2020 NFL draft coming out of Florida State. It was highly touted, highly recruited, and all that stuff. Went to the Rams, had some good time with the Rams, popped his Achilles, came back, all that stuff. Last year during the season, as the Vikings running game was not great, the Vikings traded a late-round pick swap for Cam Akers, the pride of Florida State, and in his brief time with the Vikings last season, did pretty damn good. He actually ran in a touchdown, which is more than the Vikings RB1 last year. But unfortunately, he popped his other Achilles, so now he's just 25, coming off of 2 Achilles, and also only 9 months removed. But this offseason, without having any ties to the great state of Minnesota, putting in his offseason work at Training House, which is next to TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill. So it seemed like the plan all along was make sure that Cam Akers was 100%, add him back to the Vikings 90-man rooster, and that could explain why the Vikings, besides adding Aaron Jones, replacing Madison, didn't add any running backs in free agency or the draft or college free agency. So you think that, okay, here we go, right? And on July 2nd, just sort of popped on the transaction where Vikings re-signing Cam Akers pending passing his physical. So no muss, no fuss. But then it just sort of got lost in the shuffle with 4th of July and whatnot. You ever lose track of things around the holidays? It's crazy, man. But yeah, either way, like it didn't happen. But you were thinking that, okay, so Aaron Jones and Ty Chandler and Cam Akers, that's a nice running back trio. Shaken. Alkaline trio. That's right, baby. But then on the 22nd, he signed with the Texans. It's weird. It's weird, right? All right. But long story longer, Cam Akers had a great debut in the Hall of Fame game. Had 5 carries for 13 yards, as well as 2 catches for 18 and a touchdown from Case Keenum, by the way. And post-game interviews, he was super happy back on the field, really pumped up and really fired up for Cam Akers. But what went on there? So there's a school of thought. It's like, okay, maybe Cam didn't pass his physical with the Vikings, and then he went on to the Texans. Like, different medical teams have different standards and all that stuff, and maybe that Achilles isn't good to go. But then in the Hall of Fame game, like he looked pretty damn good. Like, he hit a spin move out there, and you're like, oh, all right, so Cam is looking spry again. But there could be a couple other reasons. Number one, so the contract that he got from the Texans, it's nothing guaranteed. It's league minimum, 1.125 base. But he does have $50,000 in per game rooster bonuses. So if he's on the roster, he gets a proration of that $50,000. Like, maybe the Vikings didn't offer that. Maybe with Texas state income tax, it makes a difference, right? So maybe that's part of the process. But more likely is he looked at the Texas running back room and is just like, I could squeeze in there. He went all Midwest. Let me squeeze by you there. So the Vikings, Aaron, Ty Chandler, it's clearly 1-2, right? And it's going to be hard to crack that. But then also King Kene has been pretty much the Vikings running back 3. Hopefully it clicks in year 4. He's going to be great returning kicks as well. Plus you have sort of the veteran do-it-all guy, Myles Gaskin, and DeWayne McBride, who is coming off of injury. Vikings running back room isn't very deep. But the Texans, so they have the leftovers of Joe Mixon. They have Damon Pierce, who's more of a 2-down guy, but yeah. Dare Ogunbowale, more known for his kicking. And then you have a couple rookies. Jawar Jordan, 6th-round pick. J.J. Taylor, dynamite. I remember. So it's hard to give up on draft crushes, and I love J.J. Taylor coming out of Arizona because I thought that J.J. was dynamite. When undrafted, sort of bounced around the league, New England, San Francisco, etc. And then British Brooks, UDFA out of North Carolina. All right, so Cam could look at this running back room and be like, okay, Mixon is Damon Pierce is limited as a 2-down back. I could probably beat out Dare, and maybe I could work in here as a running back 3, but a running back 3 that's going to get way more work than a running back 3 in Minnesota behind Aaron and Ty Chandler. So I think that's probably more in line with his thinking. But hey, I'm rooting for him. Like, I like Cam Akers a lot, and hopefully he does have some success this year, except for week 3. No big deal. But yeah, super happy that he had himself a nice game in the Hall of Fame game, and hopefully he makes the Texans roster, and hopefully he has some success with them, because again, he's only 25, and He is coming off an Achilles again on the other foot, but hopefully he gets after things, man. So salute there. But your thoughts are thoughts. Why did the Vikings lose Cam Akers? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.